Hello, everybody. It's me, Lacey. I just wanted to come on for a few minutes, share a few notes that just came across my heart, came across my mind. It's almost 12 noon here in the wonderful state of Michigan. I hope you guys are able to join. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're there. Thank you, whoever joined in. You the first person. Yay. Anyway, just wanted to hop right on and share some notes, some nuggets, some seed with you guys in the hopes that it just encourages you. Keep you going in the right direction. Keep your boundaries intact. And have you going and have a good day today. So I'm going to get right into it. So the caption asks a question. What you doing? What are you doing? That's what I used to ask my son. And of course, he would always say nothing. But all of us who have kids, we know when they say nothing, something is going on, right? So we get up, we rush to the room and try to find out what the kid is doing in there, especially when it's quiet. So just wanted to come on and holler at you for a minute and ask you, Miss Lori, what are you doing? All right, let me get right into this because you know I can get fired up and go on. And hi, I am not about to be long, hopefully, but I just want to share some really key points that I think that has helped me and hopefully it'll help you guys too, okay? So the question is, what you doing? Okay, ain't nobody answering. Ain't nobody answering me. So what are you doing? The question, what are you doing this for? That's a moment to just kind of sit and think. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name. So hi, I hope that's right. What you doing, girl? What are you doing this for? What are we doing this for? We have to come to terms with that. And I think that it's not just a one-time question that we just ask once and then that's it. We never have to ask it again. I think the further we go into our journey, the more we have to stop and begin to ask ourselves, what are we doing this for? I think as you go, your reasons transform. It has to. It should transform. It should go from being a really huge, beautiful reason. Hey, Miss Christina, what you doing this for, girl? Let's just be honest. What are we doing this for? So, my first little nugget. Hello, Sheena. I believe that's your name. I hope I said it right, girl. I don't mean to mispronounce your name. Anyway, what are you doing this for? If we're doing this, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again because I have to say it to myself when I get on that scale and those numbers aren't moving, okay? If you're doing this for the numbers only, if we're doing this to get the weight off only, we're going to be disappointed. I'm going to say that again. If I am doing this, Sheena, if you're doing this, Laura, if you're doing this to get the numbers down, to get the weight off, I will be disappointed. You will be disappointed. Why? Because the numbers will never move as fast as we want them to move. Now, it's taken 20, 30 years, some of us, to put this huge amount of weight on, and yet some type of way in our irrational mind, that's part of the old mindset, it's irrational. We have an irrational way of thinking, to think, all right, it took me 10 years to put 90 pounds on, and I somehow think, hey, Miss Pamela, I somehow think that within 2 months it's going to be gone. That is irrational thinking. Come out of irrational thinking. We're not going to think irrational this year. I'm not going to think irrational. I'm going to think logically, and I'm going to go forward. Hey, Miss Pamela, I'm going to go forward into something more beautiful. So I'll say it again. If we're doing this just to get the weight off, you're going to be disappointed. We're going to be mad. We're going to get frustrated. You're going to want to throw your scale away. You're going to be wondering, what on earth am I doing this for? Hey, Miss Echo, you're going to be wondering, what in the earth am I doing this for? If you are doing this only to see your body shape change, you're going to be disappointed. Why? Because that's not going to change as fast as you want it to. I'm going to give you a little bit of a key. I'm going to give you an important key here. One thing that I do, one thing that I've been training myself to do, and I hope you guys are able to take part in this and do this too. And maybe the next time, or you can just comment back in this feed how it's affected your life. Take time every morning and every night to look at your body completely naked. I'm going to say that again. Take time in the morning and at night to look at your body completely naked and accept what you see. Bumps, lumps, hanging skin, all of it. Accept it. Accept that it's changing. Say to yourself in the mirror, I am changing. My body is getting smaller. I'm getting healthier. Say that to yourself, because what has to happen is that we have, this is gonna help you. We have attached our identity to our bodies. I'm gonna say that again because that blessed me. We have attached our identities to our bodies. So when we have spent time seeing our bodies at 250, 260, 270, 280, and we have accepted, okay, this is just how big I am, this is how much I weigh, blah, blah, blah. And we can look down at the scale while going through this process and see that the numbers are 50, 60 pounds smaller, and look into the mirror, and the mindset still dictates to you what is not there. The imagination has gotten so fixated on us being a certain size, seeing ourselves a certain way, until now you are actually changing your mind, your will, and your emotions. Your thinking is going, oh no, girl, we ain't gonna have it. And although other people around you are telling you, man, you're doing a good job. Wow, look how awesome you look. Your mind, your thinking, that fat brain, that part that hasn't let go of the reality that you are changing is saying, I'm still 250. I'm still 300. And you know that's not true. We right here in our hearts, we know that's not true. But the eye gate has to adapt to what's happening in the body. I'm going to say that again. Your eye gate, your gates, your eyes have to adapt to the fact that I am changing. It freaked me out the other day. I picked up a little size 9 pair of pants, a little half size 9, and I'm freaking out. And automatically I said to myself, no, I can't wear that. But the real Lacey said, well, why don't you try it on? It's not that big of a deal. And guess what? Somebody say what? I put them on. It shocked me. I put one leg in, put the other leg in, raised it up, snapped it up a tiny bit tight. But who cares? There was a season I couldn't put my ankle in the pants, right? So we have to allow ourselves patience. Baby, be patient with yourself. Could you just slow down and be patient? Lori, could you just slow down and be patient? Be patient with yourself. Be loving to yourself and allow your mind to adjust to all of these changes in your body. Because while the girl up front is saying, girl, yeah, 50 pounds, 90 pounds, 100 pounds gone, the girl that you used to be, you know, the one that was afraid, the one that hid in food, the one that ate because she was anxious and sad and lonely and depressed. You know, that girl way back here is saying, would you slow down? Would you just give me time? I need time to adjust. Start to journal. I am a big advocate of journaling. Get you some paper. Get yourself a pen and write down your feelings. Write them down. Be able to express it in healthy ways, because that's one of the ways we process and or did not process beforehand. All you new guys that are coming on, that are just starting in this process, learn to journal. Learn to process your emotions. Get all of that crap out of your heart so we don't start doing this. It's easier to do this. Write it down than it is to do this, because we make our bodies pay the price. I'm going to shock you with this right here, girl. The only part, this is awesome. Think about it. The only part of your body that can taste is your tongue. I'm going to breathe right there. I need some hearts on that, some thumbs. Let me know that you heard that correctly. The only part, girlfriend, the only part of your body that can taste is your tongue. That's it. Your teeth can't taste. Your palate in your mouth cannot taste. Your stomach can't taste. Your esophagus cannot taste. The only part that is addicted to certain foods is your tongue. Our bodies react to what we put on our tongue. So in fact, we make our whole body pay for what only one part of our body gets to enjoy. Whew. You could take a deep breath on that one. I'm going to say that again. We make our bodies pay. We stuff our pouches with too much food. We stuff our little sleeves with too much food. And you guys that had the bypass and the duodenum switch and all those wonderful procedures, we make our bodies pay. We make our little tummies pay a horrible price for what only one part of our body gets to enjoy. And that's our tongue. So the question is, what you doing? It freaked me out when I realized that my teeth can't taste, my fingers can't taste, my stomach can't taste the food. So why am I absolutely fanatic about putting these elements, putting this chemical, putting these foods on this one little piece of felt? And that's the only part that gets to enjoy the flavor. Isn't that something to think about? Write that down. Think about it. Am I making my body pay, my whole body pay for what only one member of my body can enjoy? The tongue is the only part of our body that gets to enjoy food. We can't taste it through our smell, through our eyes. The only part that gets to enjoy the taste is our tongue. And we're making our whole bodies pay for it. Okay. Now, losing the weight. Now get this. What you doing? Are you losing the weight but keeping the obsession? Oh, that was good. Are you losing the weight but keeping the obsession? Are you losing the weight, but you're keeping the obsession? We keep the obsession by keeping focused on the scale. Remember, I just said it, Miss Gloria. If we're doing it just to get the numbers off, you're going to be disappointed. But if we're doing it to get the person we were meant to be out, that gives it greater purpose. That gives it a greater destiny than just to see those numbers go down. Because the numbers ain't going to fly as fast as we want them to go. They're going to get stuck. They might go up a few, down a few. They might stall out for a month or two. They're not going to move as fast as we want them to. But my question is, my girlfriends, are we losing the weight but keeping the obsession? Now, this is one thing that I've decided to do, although I enjoy the show because it gives me so much insight. I've decided to stop watching My 600-Pound Life. That's just me personally. And this is the reason why. I was thinking one day, I was watching it, and oh, this Miss Leslie, I gotta add you because you an admin, baby. Hold up. Are you coming on, Leslie? I had to because I was thinking, oh, I'm sorry, it said it's already started, so it wouldn't let me add you. I'm sorry. Maybe we could do one together or something. I would love to. You're so awesome. Okay, let me keep going. The reason why I decided myself to stop watching my 600-pound life is because it started to generate some fear in me. Hmm. It started to generate fear. I'm so sorry, Miss Leslie. Maria wouldn't let me add you. My 600-pound life, it started to generate fear in me. And I started to wonder what was going on. I love the people. I can't go live right now. Okay. I love the people. Thank you so much. No, I love the people that they showcase. I love their stories, love their history, not and really want to understand more the whole intensity of the being able to get that heavy. But one thing I realized is that the same compulsion, the same obsession that's resident in their life is it was in my life why I got as high as I got. But also I realized that that's not what I'm running to anymore. Sometimes I remember before I had the procedure, before I ended up getting success, getting some peace and everything, it was almost like I used that show as a motivation to not get that heavy, but I was eating in that compulsive manner already. Give me some hearts. Let me know if that makes sense. I was eating in that compulsive manner already. The only thing that separated me and them was a few pounds. The same mentality, the same reason, the same rationale. It was exactly the same. So one night I was watching it and I started to get really fearful and kind of anxious in my heart. And I'm wondering what's going on in me. Then I realized, and God speaks to us in our hearts, right? So I realized, I really felt what God was saying to me is that that's not where I'm going. That's not, number one, that's not where I'm at. And number two, that's not where I'm going. So I have to choose. Sisters, we have to choose to begin to look at things that will point us in our way to where we want to go, not to where we've been. And like I said, that's just a personal choice of mine because I was getting fearful. Listen, did we or did we not go through all of what we've been through? And all of you guys that haven't gone through it yet, you will not have gone through all of that to be afraid. Oh my goodness. I don't want to live afraid. Oh, I can just stop and cry right there. I don't want to be afraid. All right, Miss Leslie, I see your message. Thank you. I don't want to be afraid. Can I get a thumbs up? I don't want to be afraid over here. I don't want to be afraid of every little thing I eat. I don't want to be terrified that I'm going to gain weight back. I don't want to be afraid. But guess what? Oh, I'm getting excited. I'm shaking the table, girl. It's the fear that begins to push the compulsion. Fear will push the compulsive nature. Oh, peace don't push compulsive nature. The peace that we're supposed to have keeps us settled. It keeps us grounded. It keeps us level. But the fear pushes the compulsive nature. I know it pushes the compulsive nature in me. I ate when I was afraid. I ate when I was lonely. I ate. And guess what? If I don't begin to see things that are going to point me into a greater future, I'm going to go back to where I was. Lori, I don't want to be afraid either.
How do you stop the fear? You stop the fear by beginning to grab hold to faith, grab hold to the greater thing. Peace, love, resolve, commitment will cast out fear. The love of God, the love, period, will cast out fear. Understanding that regardless of how much you've ever weighed, how much you weigh now, you will always be loved. That will never change. And it will cast that fear down. It will get rid of it. Confrontation will get rid of fear. The one that I did last week, hearing the little voice. When you stop and you turn around and you deal with the voice and you deal with that fear, it gets rid of it. It deals with the compulsive nature. The compulsive nature comes in a little hidden box that you don't know why you're anxious. Or maybe you do know why you anxious. And it comes with an attachment of a little lie that says, girl, a little bit ain't gonna hurt you. You've been good. You lost 5 pounds this week. Just a little bit won't hurt. But we know that's a lie. You give the compulsive nature an inch, how much is it gonna take? A mile. How much longer? It'll be the rest of the day, the rest of the night, on into tomorrow. And you know what? Girl, I might as well wait till Monday. I'll do a reset. I need a mind reset. Come on. Pouch resets are awesome to get that little boost, that little kick. Girl, reset as much as you want to. But I tell you what, you better be resetting your thinking. Because if you don't reset your thinking and your stomach is reset, your mind will take you where your body don't want to go. And that's back to fat, y'all. Come on. That's back to fear. That's back to the cave that says, I can't do this. That's back to the lies that had us hiding in the corner, crying in a fetal position, being rejected and abandoned and alone and sick and afraid. All of those lies that kept us bound. We got to move beyond the scale. Write that down in your notes. I have to learn to live beyond the scale. I have to learn to live beyond what the numbers are saying. I have to learn to live beyond the regimented rule. I have to learn to speak new words. New words. Let me tell you a new word I got. What I decided to do. Somebody asked me yesterday, it was so funny. Somebody asked me about being on track or staying off track. And I told them, number one, I am not a train. So I don't have a track to get on or off. I'm going to say that again. You ain't no train. You ain't got no track to get on or off. What do you have? What do I have? I have boundaries. I have eating within my boundaries and I have eating outside of my boundaries. I have choices that will lead to where I want to go and choices that will lead me outside of where I want to go. I'm going to say that again because that was just so fun, just so funny. You ain't no train. You ain't got no track to get off or on. And guess what? Those are old diet terms. Those are old system lies. We ain't got no track. You ain't got no wagon to get off or on. It's decisions, baby. We just got to make decisions. Now, I'm not talking about being perfect. Oh, please. We ain't perfect. So we can just forget about that. But the reality is, me eating a cookie today ain't going to hurt me. Me eating 12 cookies today, oh, I'm going to have a problem with that. Now, let me tell you something good about trigger foods, baby. You better know what your trigger foods are. And we got to deal with them for what they are. And we got to go ahead and be mad and get through the process, Miss Lori. Get through the process of dealing with your trigger foods. Be mad. Be upset with everybody in the house, with the dog, with God. Just be mad and be done with it. And say, why can't I eat potato chips? I'm taking my jacket off. I'm hot. Now, why can't I eat potato chips, right? I can get a child-sized bag. No, I can't. I can't get a child-sized bag of potato chips. I have a chemical reaction in my body. Deanna just says that's called addiction. Yep. I can't eat certain foods. I can't eat that. I can't eat certain sweets. Am I mad? Not now, because I've dealt with it for a while. I've dealt with it for a little while, and I've came to a place of peace. We have to treat our addiction, we have to treat our recovery just like alcoholics do. Former alcoholics, drug addicts, they treat their sobriety seriously. Why can't we? Ain't nobody telling no ex crackhead to go out there and smoke a couple of rocks a week. That's from the devil. Ain't nobody telling an alcoholic you can have a shot once a month and you'll be all right. They take their sobriety seriously. Why don't we? I know when I'm sober minded. I know when I have eaten within my boundary, when I've eaten inside of my boundary, I'm sober. My mind is clear. Girl, let me tell you. I had to add something else to my non-negotiable list. There's these little crunchy protein bites, y'all. And I thought that I could handle them. One serving turned into 3 bags. What kind of nonsense is that? Let me wipe my brow. I'm hot. One serving. It was just supposed to be one serving. I mean, it's healthy, right? One serving turned into 3 bags. No, 4 bags. I'm sorry. Hey, Miss Brown. One serving turned into 4 bags. 4 bags over like 4 days. That wasn't right. I'm going to tell her. Look, I'm going to tell on me and tell the truth. So what did I have to do? I had to have a funeral for those. I had to have a funeral for the empty bags, y'all. Yep, I ate them all up. Did I gain any weight? No, not that time. But did I gain a lot of wisdom because I had to come to terms with it quickly. But when you know you are in a compulsive mode, you cannot turn it off. And it's crazy. It's like a mania. It is absolutely freaking crazy. You eat 1, you eat 12, you eat 20. And next thing you know, you're looking down at the back going, what the heck, who ate all that? You did, boo. That was just a little side note on trigger foods. Write the trigger foods down. Get your non-negotiable list. Commit to it and decide, I don't handle that stuff. I don't handle chips well. I don't handle sweets well. I just don't. I don't handle pop well. Just deal with it. Can just take this week to deal with your list. Just deal with the truth. I don't handle these things well. And because I don't handle them well, they affect my body very badly. They send me into a binge. All right, let me get to my notes. Girl, I get off on a tangent. Who are you really? Oh, this is gonna be good. This one's gonna be good. Who are you really? The reason why we have such an issue shifting from where we've been to where we are now is because of our perspective of living. Graham Cook, who's a pastor from England, he says it this way. So it's so interesting. He says, instead of living present, past, we need to live present, future. Now, this is what that means. Living in the present. Remember, I said about why I dropped my 600-pound life is because I wanted to move forward into something greater. Now, that's not to negate or cancel everything that happened, but it's to say that there's something beyond the scale. There's something beyond my flabby skin. There's something beyond the number. There's something beyond that I need to get to. I need to get to a deeper, more authentic me. And the only way I can get there is to look beyond what I've always seen. I've lived my 600-pound life. It might have been a few 100 pounds less, but I lived that. I lived there. So I don't need to be looking forward to there. I need to be looking forward to something greater. What are your hopes, your dreams? What are your hobbies? What are the things that set you on fire? What are the things that will become your magnificent obsession that will pull you into a greater future that's beyond the scale? So we're living here, but the mindset still wants to pull us backward. And in essence, we end up going back in some little way, shape, or form We get to go back to depression. We go back to anxiety. We go back to fear. How many of you can give me a thumbs up and tell me you wake up, you feel absolutely good. You start to question that. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I feel too good. What's happening? Am I about to get a bill? Am I about to get a phone call? What's happening? I'm having too good of a day. You're living present past. We're living present past instead of learning to absorb and embrace the beauty that we are. You're right, Pamela. You gain the weight of guilt. You gain the weight of guilt. You deserve to have a good day. I'm going to say that again. You deserve to have a good day. Guess what? You deserve to have a good month, a good year. You deserve to have a good 5, 10 years. Why? Because you've made it, baby. You made it. Learning to turn over codependency. Are you living in a family of codependence? Get you some help. See a therapist, a counselor. Look, get you some help and learn to let grown people go. I let my husband go. I love him. We still in the house. I cook dinner for Boo. I sure do. But I didn't let him go. I can't handle that pressure. That wasn't meant for me to carry. Carry him and me. Him, me, and my grown son, and my mama. All my relatives. You mean I'm supposed to carry those people? I don't think so. Why? Because while I'm weighted down with guilt, having a good day, they still doing their thing. I'm going to pray for you. I wish the best for you. I'll be here. I'll be here to support you in your uh, desire to change. But to support you and enable you to stay in your foolishness, oh no, I ain't doing that. If you want to change, I'll give you some tools. I'll give you some tactics. I tell it to my son. I love you. I'll give you some tools to help you change. But if you're determined to stay stuck, I will not pour cement around your feet to help you stay stuck. All right. That was a little tangent too, I think. Okay. So you are not your weight. You're not your body. No, you have not been fat for too long that you can't get rid of it. I believe this is my take on my addiction. I just got to deal with it, okay? I believe it's not something that I will be completely able to shake off. First of all, because I have to eat every day. We have to eat in order to live. Everything that's living has to eat, okay? Now, what can happen is that my dreams, my goals, my ambition, my heart, my love for God, my love for people, serving other people can become so big that the obsession becomes so small. But when your love for people, of serving God, your family is so small, guess what? Somebody say what? Your obsession is so big. So we have to make some choices. We have to make some changes. You have to decide some things. What are more important? Are you doing the things you need to do to take care of your health? Yes. And I know some guys have had some horrible complications. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about those of us who've been in process for a while. We're doing good. What is your obsession? What are you thinking about on a constant basis? What has your heart? What has your thoughts? Whatever has your thoughts is what you're going to be drawn to. Are you drawn to, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm going to eat. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm going to eat. Oh my goodness, I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to want to eat. Why? Because that's where your obsession is. Do you have a beautiful obsession? Do you have a magnificent obsession? Is there something you want to do in your life other than lose weight? That can't be all of it, right? Being free from fear. We talked about that a little bit. Accepting the bigger, accepting the beautiful, accepting the bigger parts of your life will get rid of fear. Fear will become smaller. Because guess what? Oh, I got this hidden nugget for you, baby, and it's going to be good. You're going to have to write this one down. Fear is not designed to hurt you. I'm gonna take a little sip of water, then I'm gonna give you the rest of it, okay? Hold up. Fear is not designed to hurt you. Do anybody want to know what fear is for? What the purpose, what the assignment of fear is? Anybody want to know? Give me a thumbs up if you want to know. I'm gonna sit here and wait. Fear is not designed to hurt you. Do anybody want to know what fear is for? Thank you. Fear is not designed to hurt you. Fear is designed to stop you. That was good. I'm going to say that again for myself. Fear is not designed to hurt you. Fear's assignment is to stop you. Fear cannot hurt you. Danger is real. Danger is being out on the highway playing hopscotch. Now, that's danger. That's foolishness. But fear ain't real. Ain't nothing about fears that is real. Fear's designed to stop you. How does fear stop you? Through magnification. Through a few words. And I know I'm going to get some hearts on this. What if I don't know? It might. I'm afraid to. What if I gain the weight back? What if I do this? What if he leaves? What if she leaves? What if this happens? What am I going to do? What if I get sick? What if I don't get sick? What if I don't feel good? How long is it going to take? We've had massive, major surgery. It's going to take more than a week to feel better. Hello, somebody. You've had a portion of your stomach cut out or your intestines rerouted some kind of way. It's going to take more than a week to feel better. We've had major surgery, y'all. It's going to take a minute. But it catches us and it magnifies all of the what ifs. And it stops us dead in our tracks. Fear says, I don't care who you think you are, Mindy. I want to put you back in the corner because you think you're too big for your britches. Who do you think you are? You think you're better than everybody else. And you took the easy way out. Get in the corner, stick your nose to the wall, and don't you move. And it magnifies all of the what ifs to the point to where we freeze in our tracks. That's what happens to deers when they're running out in the road. What happens to a deer? They freeze. And what's the result? Bam. Fear isn't designed to hurt you. It's designed to stop you. So if anybody's in your life trying to push fear on you, it's in order to stop you. Don't take it personally. Just know it's trying to stop you. But you have to decide who you're going to listen to. Say, I have to decide who I'm going to listen to. Guess what? We've spent too much time wasted being afraid already. We already know what fat looks like. We know what it feels like. We know what it's like up here. I knew what it was like. I knew. We know what it's like already. We know what my 600-pound feels like. We might have been a few 100 pounds less, maybe. But I know what that looks like. I don't need to watch it again so it can begin to generate more fear in me. Oh my God, I don't want to go back up there. Oh my God, look how much they're eating. Oh my God. The next thing you know, the little cycle starts. You eat, 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 eat. That's the cycle that starts, Andrea. Girl, you got to pull out of it. What are you looking at on TV that has you anxious? Lifetime? Oh, I've been put Lifetime down many years ago because I would be absolutely terrified after watching it. Everything was a fear-based movie. It's based on a true story. I know that. I know it's based on a true story, but I'm sitting here and I'm absolutely scared to death to walk out of my house. we're going to have to make some different choices, right? Yep. Fear kills more dreams. Yep. Yeah. Fear is a dream killer. So we're going to have to decide not to be afraid. All right. Last one, living forward. Lifetime is evil. I agree with you, Kat. It is. I don't like that channel. It's scary. I was feeling too bad. Anyway, let me get back on point. Living forward. All right. What are your dreams beyond the scale, baby? What are your dreams beyond your numbers? I'm going to tell you something. I've had some success. I've had a great deal of success. I'm so thankful and grateful. I am. But the numbers don't excite me anymore. The tiny little clothes, that don't get me riled up anymore. Why? It's a natural result of eating less food, okay? Now, no oranges are running around the orange patch excited because they have juice in them. Ain't no cows doing flips because they have milk in them. Why? It's a natural result. Oranges produce orange juice. That's natural. Eating less food will produce weight loss. That's natural. Now, what is not natural is deciding to live forward, deciding to take this day and say, okay, this is the day I've been given. It is an incredible day, but what can I do to start to sow seed into my future? Because my life is more than a number. My life is more than just getting this weight off. My life is more. My life is bigger. I found that I like fabric painting, and I like making jewelry, and regardless to whether I make it and give it away or make it and somebody wants to buy it, it's a passion. What's your passion, girl? Do you like to paint? I saw somebody who painted. It's beautiful. What's your passion? Now that we're knowing that we're dealing with our compulsive eating nature, what's your passion? Is it helping more people in this particular arena? Are there people in your community that you could say, hey, I've learned some things, let me help you? It has to be bigger than this. It has to be more than this. Find that passion. So what you doing today? Do you like to knit? Do you like to sew? Do you like to make clothes? What you doing today? As I get ready to close out this little chat, I thank you guys and I appreciate you for just opening up your heart to how I am. Girl, I ain't everybody cup of tea. Everybody can't take me. But I have to be real and I have to be raw because the food addiction is real. The food addiction is real and it's relentless. And you know this too. It is absolutely relentless. And guess what? We have to eat every single day. So we have to deal with it every day in a new kind of way. My name is Lacey. I hope you're able to look back on this video, take some notes. I hope you today do your non-negotiable list. Deal with the things that you can't eat. Deal with the things that trigger you. You know what they are. Don't play. Don't be playing. You know exactly the foods you can't. Look, you can't eat donuts. Put them on the list. And just don't eat them. Commit to it. For you. For the new you. For the new you. All right. What you doing? Do your non-negotiable list. Don't do this just for the numbers and just for the weight, because that's not beautiful enough. What's your beautiful obsession? Learn to live beyond the scale. Learn to get to the point you only weigh in once a week. Why? Because it's just not that important. Because when we were 300 pounds or however heavy you were, we weren't weighing every day. We weren't weighing twice a week. Girl, I only weighed when I went to the doctor, and I didn't doing it then. Once every 6 months, I hated the scale. And guess what? We still don't like the scale now. Don't let the scale dictate your self-worth anymore. Weigh only once a week. That's what I'm down to. Is there times I want to be tempted to get on there? Yeah, but guess what? The scale don't tell me how beautiful and how wonderful I am. Girl, the scale ain't gonna tell you how beautiful and how wonderful you are. You better tell yourself, Miss Angela, you better tell yourself the truth, Miss Pamela. I am beautiful and I am wonderful regardless to my weight. But we did something to get some kind of control, right? Okay, who are you really? Begin to discover that. And it has nothing to do with numbers on a scale. What do you really like to do? Find your magnificent obsession. I like that word. Find your magnificent obsession, girlfriend. You ain't been fat too long because that ain't your identity. You live in your body. You're not your body, but you live in it. Deal with real issues. Don't eat over it anymore because there isn't enough food in the world to fill an empty heart or hurting heart or rejected heart. Let's deal with the real issue. Learning to be free from fear, letting your excitement and your joy and your future be bigger than your fears. Dealing with what's going on in your heart, and it'll dispel that fear. Oh, I promise you that. Deal with it. Get in the bathroom, like I said, put yourself in timeout. Go to the corner and say, okay, Angela, why am I really afraid? Talk to yourself. Who cares what anybody else thinks? Get somewhere and say, what's wrong? Well, why are you tripping, Lacey? What's wrong? Why are you tripping? I feel rejected. Well, you know you're not rejected. Take a deep breath and deal with it. Learn to live forward. From here forward, not from here back. You're not that old woman. You're not the same way. You're not the same person you were yesterday. Let me help you out. You ain't the same person you were yesterday. Live from here forward. Find something more beautiful. Drop whatever programs and whatever you need to that generates fear in you. Because I don't get happy watching my 600-pound life. I feel worse. I feel bad. I see the old me. But that's the key. That was the old me. I wish them well. I want them to have good success. But the truth of the matter is, I got to find something that's going to get me to move forward. I'm going to sing a little song. Ah! Yep, I can sing. I just got this. It just welled up in my heart. And I wanted to sing this little piece of a song for you. Okay? Hold on. Let me get my throat together. Okay, here we go. Okay. I'm not going back. I'm moving ahead. I'm here to declare to you my past is over. In you, all things are made new. Surrender my life to Christ. I'm moving. I'm not going back. I'm moving ahead. I'm here to declare to you my past is over. In you, all things are made new. Surrender my life to God. I'm moving one more time. I'm not going back. I'm moving ahead. I'm here to declare to you my past is over. And you, all things are made new. Surrender my life to Christ. I'm moving forward. That's my last word to you. Move forward, my sisters, because there's greater in front of us than has ever been behind us. There's a greater you. There's a greater me. There's a greater you. There's a greater, more beautiful, magnificent you. But we've got to move forward. We can't keep going back. You have to decide and fight for the new you. Fight for the new Angela. Fight for the new Cat. Fight for the new Donna. Fight for the new you. She's ready and she's waiting and she desires to bust out. But we got to move forward. So I love you guys, and thank you so much for listening to me today. Miss Leslie, I love you and the admins that work so hard to keep this beautiful mess of a group. We're a mess, but we're beautiful. We're magnificent. And you help keep us together and keep us from falling apart. So I do honor the admins because you guys work hard. But we've got to move forward. So please, 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 Miss Donna, please, Miss Pamela and Leslie, please, all of you beautiful ladies that'll look at this later, please find what you need to move forward into the greater, more beautiful, more magnificent you. I love you guys. I'll be back, and I have fruit, and I've just opened it up and have given you seed. I love you guys, and I'll be back soon. You take care and move forward. Bye.